Okay, so we're going to talk about foreclosures. So, they're coming. Everybody knows they're coming. You hear in the news, people aren't paying. There's 18% of people who are behind on their mortgage, 30,000 foreclosures coming in Michigan, but everybody's like, where are they? So, people are out here online searching. And so they're going to type in foreclosures, they're going to Google it, they're going to skip all these sponsored. They're going to go no Zillow, no Realtor, no Homes. I look at all those and I don't find anything. And so they're going to come down here and they're going to go, oh, yeah, Michigan foreclosure listing. That's what I want. So they're going to click that and they're going to go, okay, this is the zip code I'm looking in. That's where I want to live. All right, cool. Look at there's Romeo foreclosures. All right, so they look down through and they go, oh, look at that one. Wow. I wonder what the address is. So they click on here and it shows them a nice big picture of that address and then available with membership, right? They, you know, they're just it's clickbait. Who knows if this is really a foreclosure or not? I mean, they could be behind. They could be behind in HOA fees. It could be a mistake. So you're gonna get calls, and people are gonna ask you, and they're gonna text you. Oh, here's this house. I want to buy this house. It says it's in foreclosure, and you're gonna be like, it's not for sale. But uh, save that image, save it to your downloads. You could do this on your phone. So they text it to you, and you're gonna save it on your phone, and you might have the Google Lens app on your phone, or if you don't, you can go to the Google search on your phone. And remember, save the picture of the house. Now, if the picture of the house is way far away and you could hardly see it, zoom it up and save it, and then pull it up in Google Lens. You could pull anything up in Google Lens. It doesn't have to be a house. Like if you want to know the name of an antique or something, take a picture of it and search it in Google Lens and it'll pop up. Well, here it is. This is the house. 363 Concord. So now, bang, you found the address. So now you can zoom over to Flex and type in 363 Concord and see it's for sale. You could just type it in to Zillow, to you could just type it into Google. Let's type it in and see what happens. 363 Concord. That was Circle Romeo. So you pull it up on Zillow. Was the last time it was just sold. So maybe they're not making the payments. Who knows? Their taxes might have bumped up, right? And now they're having a hard time making the payment, or they're not paid a HOA fee they don't even know about. Could be a boo boo. They could have not, when the people that sold it and it got paid off when they sold it, it could not have recorded the payment, the payoff. So it just could totally be a boo boo. But anyway, that's your fast way to find it. Now, I'll show you another thing. So if you go into Realist in Flex and you go over to search, what was that? 363 Concord Circle. Bloop. Search on that. Okay, so see, it's got this green pin. So see the little pin up here? So in your Realist, go in here under distressed properties and check these two. And it will activate it doing the pin for you. So if you get somebody who says, I want a foreclosure, which, you're not going to get a deal on a foreclosure yet. Maybe you won't. And they're like, I'm looking in Romeo and I want a foreclosure. So you look around and you go, oh, there's another green one. And you click on it. It's owned by PNC Bank. So you just found a foreclosure. Look at it, sold in 2022, but somehow the bank owns it now. So something's afoot, right? So it got surrendered or they didn't pay and the bank took it back. Well, because there's a 6 month or 12-month redemption period if it's 10 acres or more, it's 12 months. Well, some of the banks they just do a 12-month redemption. So they will own this house building for 6 months or 12 months, whatever they decide, before they even list it, before they even find a realtor for to sell it. Or, sometimes they will put it through an auction. It'll be on that home XOME or auction.com. So when you're on here and you see these little, like there's another one right here, right on 32 Mile. And that one was kind of a hole. I'll show it to you in a minute. So then go to satellite, and then you can drop your little dude here wherever the circle is under him. You want to put that right dead in front of the house, and this is it. So this is owned by PNC Bank. It's right on Main Street in Romeo. Do I know how to get a hold of PNC Bank and see if you can buy it? No, because they probably have an agreement to use a certain uh, liquidation service, so that there's middlemen through this thing. And PNC could have gotten it back from the people who didn't pay the mortgage, and then they're going to sell it, give it to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, who, and maybe, who knows, and they're gonna file a claim. Hey, we lost it. You insured it, Freddie Mac, so give us our money, and we'll give you the asset. So sometimes these sit. Now, if it's a local bank, sometimes the local banks, you actually can buy them through a local bank. Chase Bank at one time had a listing where you could go on Chase Bank and see their foreclosures. So, will that start up again? Yeah, it could. But meanwhile, this, you can, if people send you one, you can say, listen, it's not active. Tell them it's PNC Bank. They'll exhaust themselves trying to contact PNC Bank and trying to figure it out, because they're not going to get anywhere. It's a long process before it comes on the market. But I always assure people that, hey, these banks, they're not hiding foreclosures. It's just a long process for it to get to the point where they put it on the market and sell it. And they are certainly going to put it online. So when it's ready to sell, it will be online somewhere. It might be on auction.com. But if it's on auction.com, you're probably not going to be able to use a loan to buy it. And so this is the other one on 32 Mile. And you're, that's the thing. So if somebody says, oh, I have cash and I'll buy foreclosures, okay, tell them, go online and look for, auction. Just type in real estate auction. And most of the real estate auctions, like, the home path and that, and there's all kinds of them. Sometimes they still get listed on the MLS in almost every case. I would say easily 90%. Even if they're auction.com, they're in the MLS too. And then when your buyer puts their offer in, they just have to list you as their buyer's agent, because sometimes there is actually access to the properties where when you go to the listing, it'll even say right in there in agent remarks, here's the lockbox code. They don't care who goes. If you're an agent, you get to see the lockbox, and then you can go and show your buyer. And then they have to say in their offer that, yeah, they had an agent here. It's not going to be very much. Like Home Path, the one we were making an offer on, that was in the 20 something thousand, it inched down from 60. It was a $400 buyer's agent commission. So these are, the little cheap ones. I just let people kind of look on their own, and if you need help, or just let me know. Because I think there is more coming, but the people are going to find these online, where they have those websites where they're trying to get them to click and join and pay $30 a month or whatever it is. So here's another one. This one sold really not too long ago. I remember it. It was on the market for a long time because it's crummy. So you probably recognize it on 32. It was listed for a long, long time. So um, you can use Realist for that to help you, but Google Lens, if you don't have the app on your phone, you can add the app, or you can just use the little camera there next to it. If you have people, scrounging around trying to find a foreclosure. I mean, basically, you want to tell people that don't worry. If a foreclosure is coming on the market, it's not going to be a secret. It might take a while. And, if they want to contact the bank, go ahead. Let them go ahead. Because, I mean, back in 2008, when this was a whole huge thing, I spent a lot of time researching it and trying to figure out, how to get in between the the foreclosure and all of the other buyers and real estate agents, and there's no way. I mean, you could become a foreclosure agent, a listing agent, you could do that. But some like HUDs, you can't bid on them then. And it's not any money. A lot of these banks, a lot of the asset management companies that would hire you to be a listing agent, they want you to turn the power on. They want you to pay the guy that does the lawn, and then they want you to take less commission because they don't want to pay, a 6%. So it's no money. It's basically you're getting listings out there as the foreclosure lister, and you're kind of getting free advertising because you'll be on their websites, and you kind of get free leads from that, but then you get known as the foreclosure person. So I honestly don't think it's worth it, and you got to have some cash to do stuff like that. So anyway, that's how you find them. So have fun out there.